You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
You're watching Alasmat the Shadow Band.
German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alasmat's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alasmat's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Alasmat sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Das nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Du wirst nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Alasmat fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see, it's about what fun could be. Du wirst nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Du wirst nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Du wirst nie gewinnen, enden Mann. Du wirst nie gewinnen, enden Mann.
You're watching Indie Comic Outliers with Alasmat.
Moi je m'appelle Lolita, le ou bien Lola.
Testing here. Okay, good. I'm connected. He says blame Warpatch campaign. Holy crap, Osgrade Sage. I just might have to use that. I may have to use that somewhere. I don't know, but that you're onto something there. Um, that was brilliant. Fascist Crux says back Warpatch campaign. Yes, issue 3 will be going into crowdfunding in a few weeks. I'm just setting up the files and everything for the first 2 issues to be sent to the printer. So that's going to be happening either over the weekend or latest by Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I'll have both issues ready because issue 1 is being repurposed, but the chat is getting crazy. Wait, KSS has changed the French song for. What are you sending me, Kissafest? What are you sending me? You weren't here for last stream, right? Wait, what is this? I'm not gonna get copyright struck, am I? Am I gonna get copyright struck, Kissafist? Because if I am, I'm telling you right now, on a law, I will have you canceled for something or other. I don't know, but of course the chat's not popping up because I didn't have the chat popped up. Oh no, it's because I have the chat thing in front. There we go. But yeah, that's the window for the. We'll be right back in a few. So I just want to say hi to the chat before playing the song, a song that I won't get struck for. So far I've been doing pretty good with the Within Temptation song. So I will back off for a few minutes as I get all my materials ready for tonight's stream. I'm sure there's a lot of Scott Pilgrim fans out there as we talk about Bryan Lee O'Malley. So tune in and let's have a conversation because I did see something a few weeks ago about the movie. And wait. Osgrade says you reported me. Reported me for what? What did I do to you, Osgrade? I'm an ambassador, Osgrade Sage. You hear me? I'm an ambassador. You don't report me for nothing. I'm important to your community. I bring flavor and diversity for you angry white people. No, I am here to bring friendliness and cooperation and love. You report me for nothing. I can't believe you did that. I really can't believe you did that shit. And the chat just sits there and allows it to happen. What do you got to say for yourself, Richie Dupe? You let Oscar Sage report me. You said you did nothing. You said nothing. How do you feel about that, Richie Dupe? What about you, Tomothy? As you write all kinds of weirdness in the chat, Tomothy. What about you, Fascist Kirk? You sat back and let Osgrade Sage report me? Didn't say nothing? I know Kissfist won't say nothing. He's happy that Osgrade Sage reported me. Good job, Chisels. Good job. I gotta go clear my throat. Enjoy your song, people.
I can't sleep, 'cause it's burning deep inside. Like gasoline on fire, running wild. No more fear, 'cause I'm getting closer now. So hungry, but I like it anyhow. I go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster.
Good Guten Tag. Guten Tag, you racists. All using the red chat. Now I know I'm loud because I'm looking at the audio input and it's going past the red bar. And it's at the red. It's red for dead. That's how I know I'm loud. So if I see any in the chat gaslight me with he's muted or he's low, I know you're full of crap. All yous. Yeah, I'm on top of it now. That's right, I am. I'm a warrior and I got my shield of righteousness and my shield of versatile up. So the versatile will counter your darts of racism and tolerance. Check your spears, all yous. Tonight we're gonna have fun. Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna be friends tonight. Me and you people in the chat, we're gonna be friends, all of yous. You're my friends tonight. And if you don't want to be my friend, that's too bad. You've already been claimed. Every last one of you claimed. Every one of yous. By the way, KSS put a note in the chat, so I guess I got to read it for legal purposes. So here we go. He says, Lasmat, I have an excuse. It reads, Dear Lasmat, please forgive KSS for missing Monday's show. But we had the house to ourselves for 2 hours. Sincerely, Miss KSS. I understand because when I'm lonely, Shadow Band, Rajal can nut it because I
It's late sometimes. Good God.
let me tell you right now, once those pants come off, I'm just like
Do the pants have to come off?
no, not all the time, but
Okay.
not all the time, but actually, all she's gotta do here's the thing, all she's gotta do is say, "Hear my heartbeat," and I'll put my head on her chest, and it's actually sweet. Like I'll listen to her heartbeat, and it's very comforting the way she holds me, and I'm just like I feel like I'm home with her. Like with Lady Shadowbat, I'm very much at home with her. Real talk. I like when I'm preparing for a stream, for example, and I'll go lay with her, we just spend time. It's like, oh wait, do I gotta do something? I'm like, nope, I gotta do nothing. I'm just nothing. So Thomas KSS, I completely understand, and you're forgiven, Kissabis. You're forgiven. So
This one time. One time.
yeah, no, no. Well, she gets the wife. I'm assuming she's the wife. She gets the wife pass. So there you go. Um, but anyway, oh wait, I'm catching up in the chat. Okay, so Osgrade Sage is throwing tables because he's been groomed by Colors, obviously. So Color Former has groomed Osgrade Sage, so he's gonna become the table flipper here. Shame on you, Osgrade Sage. Shame on you. Uh, Gosh, it's because I still don't know anything about Taylor Swift, but I would still F Britney Spears. That song better work. Be Fire. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm just reading the chat right now. So, I had a nightmare that a peanut was talking to me. Says Timothy Olsen. Tomothy. Well, Tomothy, go with Monkey King and do better. How about do better? Stop standing up your host. Oh wait, Kay says last bit. Rumble overheats my phone and freezes up the keyboard. I have to have a pick of frozen vegetables handy when I'm on it. Well, I tried the Rumble stream yesterday because I wanted to again keep my platform. I want to not bog down my YouTube channel with live streams because I haven't uploaded videos in a minute because I'm working on my Dungeoneers documentary. So I don't want to just do live streams every day or every other day on my YouTube. So I said, let me go on Rumble and do a little live stream about the insanity of the indie space, the comic scene, the comic skate stuff, and everybody on streams EFAPing everybody who's EFAPing everybody. It's like the streams have gotten stale. Like it's you go on a stream and it's they're EFAPing somebody or they're EFAPing somebody or it's sharing DMs or she was my friend but now she's a degenerate, and it's like, okay, this is what the space has become. And it's like, yeah, it's entertaining for a bit, but when some people don't do it right, it gets boring. So I'm like, yeah. So let me do a live stream, just detoxing from that crap and maybe having real talk about some things, but entertaining real talk. I'm trying anyway. But internet friendships always work out. Hail brother, says Kirk Fashion. Oh yeah, absolutely. Internet friendships are always substantial every time, every time. So I got a $5 Australian super chat from Osgrade Sage. Thank you for that, Osgrade Sage. Even though you flipped the table on me, but I forgive you. And you reported me because Jabbatha in the chat is LOLing against terms of service, but I forgive you. So you say it's KSS's birthday. Tim is asleep. Testify is DED, and Jabba is lolling. Quack. Well, this is true. Testify is still DED. It's confirmed. This is the fourth year. This is four. I can't believe it's 4 years since he's passed away. Wow, 4 years since Testys passed away. That's insane. And 4 years, people are still suffering from testified derangement syndrome. So it's still a thing, and I'm here for it. So um, I can't believe it's been 4 years. Wow, holy crap. But yeah, Java is violating terms of service. So guys in the chat, when you see him, you let me know. I'm flagging him. If he LOLs or ruffles, he's getting flagged. That's against terms of service in this chat. There's no ruffling. There's no lolling. None of that. None of that. Osgrade says I'm attacking support. I'm not attacking nobody. I'm bringing out my shield and deflecting your spears of hate. Hate, hate. You have hate in your heart. You do. Oh, we have Primathor in the Iron Prime account. He says testifies alive in everyone through Lake Mead's water. This is true. This is verified. This is science. Science has verified that. This is true. Mm. Why is the peanut so angry? No, I'm not angry, Timothy. I'm just putting you in check. You're on notice now, Timothy. Look, you can talk the big game, but you're on notice. You and your kind are on notice. KSS translation allows my data. I don't do that. KSS, you have a filthy mind. You're
Only off screen.
only off screen. There you go. See, exactly. Um, wait. Who said what? No, wait. A guy in says, "I'm about to copyright strike you." Bring it. Bring it. You know why? You'll make me a martyr, and I will be powerful, and I will be loved. And Tom McFarlane will be mad at you, guys in this room. Gee, Tom McFarlane will be mad at you, Gee, every time, every second. See, Tommy's not violating the chat. He's doing the LOLs and the raffles. That's why he shares a band zone space with Jabbage. Osgray says he wants to be in the band zone. You're like, now you're not go. You don't get to go by asking, and it's not something you want to do. Guys, stop ruffling the chat, please. I want substantial conversation. Stop ruffling. Stop effing ruffling right now. Just cut it out. For freaking real. Stop it. I'm serious. Okay? I'm a serious person. I matter. Like I have influence. I tell people, and they don't believe it, but this is true. I tell people I am this generation's Tom McFarlane. So I have various influence and importance. I really do. So you can raffle in the chat, but in 5 years' time, you're gonna look back and be sorry that you didn't take this opportunity to get to know me and my passion project and my IP and what I mean. Anyway, so uh, yeah, the raffle brigade. There's no raffle. There's no raffle brigade. Stop it. Stop. There's no froffle either, Tommy. Froffle, it still has the word raffle in it. So stop it. Any variation of raffle is a variation of the term of service violation. Stop it. Now I want to ask you people a question in the chat. Those who had no hate in their heart. I want to ask you people a question. How many people in there are Scott Pilgrim fans? As I take a sip of my coffee and let it come down my throat and soothe the walls of my throat.
Sound good.
Let me rephrase that. As I have a sip of my Java and I feel the warmth as it comforts me in my digestion. Can I use that?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Osgrade says a Todd father versus Teal father. Quite no. We are one and the same, Osgrade. You can mock me, but I have influence. I really do. I'm sorry you don't see it, but it's there. And I don't doubt your hate is pure. I believe it. I feel the seediness in the words you typed. I feel it. Yeah, it says Scott Pilgrim. I'm a tween girl in the early 2000s. So believe it or not, um, and I was debating on even doing Scott Pilgrim for the last few months, but like, it's a perfect candidate for the stream because it's mildly successful. The artist is successful, and he's done some graphic novels aside from just Scott Pilgrim, which we'll talk about in a bit. But and I'll talk about this part later on. But I'm just going to mention it now. That somewhere in my feed, about a month or two ago, I ran into a clip from the movie Scott Pilgrim movie, with Ramona Flowers, and I was reading the comments section, and supposedly that movie, according to the comments, is what began the modern day simp culture. And I'm talking to the men here, so I'm just speaking an observation and what's been said. But we'll talk about that later on. And I want to hear y'all's thoughts on this because I didn't see the movie, so
Wait, you've never seen Scott Pilgrim?
we'll have to watch it, me and you. Yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we'll have to watch it. So that's gonna be one of my date night movies with Lady Shadowban at some point. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But I know from reading the comments that a lot of the men specifically they had something to say about the Ramona Flowers character. They loved her, but they also said that it was the start of simp culture. And I was reading the comments and I was like, "Oh, this is fascinating. Interesting, um, so we'll talk about it. And I want to get y'all's chat comments on this because um, you know, Gee says he hated the movie. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying for or against. I'm just this is an observation. But I just guarantee a spot with Lady Shadowban to watch Scott
I
Pilgrim. So,
haven't seen it since it came out, but I remember liking it at the time.
right.
But it was also very different than a lot of other movies that were coming out back then or had come out. So
Yes.
that may have been a contributing factor.
Oh, Mood of Hell's in the chat. Let me send him the. Actually, I'd have to go on the Discord.
The host is here.
No, he's my co-host. He's not the.
The good host is here.
I am here. I've always been here. I'm always here. Anyway, oh, we have Bats in the chat. By the way, Bats, be seeing you in June again. Looking forward to that. He says that makes sense. People loved her, but objectively, she did suck. Movie is awesome. Okay. Give me more insight on that. Gee says Ramona had 300 dudes. She fucked that she had to fight. Okay.
No, no spoilers.
Okay. She says no spoilers. But yeah, I'm just getting some observation because from the comment sections that I read, they were like that began the modern day sim culture, and the whole thing about trying to like save damaged women and all that stuff, and how some guys or a lot of guys are attracted or drawn to women that are like for lack of a better term, adventurous. So it was an interesting section. I was like, wow, this is the insight that's there was kind of fascinating that this Ramona Flowers character from the movie, not so much from the comic, but from the movie, brought that conversation. So Helmet says Scott I'm going on Discord, Helmet, so if you want to come on, I'll put it on Discord. Scott Pilgrim is as heterosexual as the peanut heads, totally not pink. Red! They're red! Totally red. Oh, we have Vinzinger in the chat. He says, Brian Lee O'Malley, the same guy who made Scott Pilgrim. Yep. No wonder his artistic style reminded me of Scott Pilgrim. But then again, like, he made it. Yeah, we're going to go into that. I'll talk about that. I still have to get the Japanese Blu-ray. It has an extra audio. Oh, J.A.V. Styler. So the Japanese Blu-ray of Scott Pilgrim has a extra audio commentary. Interesting. Oh, so he says spoiler. He has to fight all her exes. I mean, that's much of a spoiler, but he has to fight all her exes. That's in the trailer, not a spoiler. Don't watch the movie. Okay, so he fights all her exes. Okay, so interesting, interesting. So, but speaking of Blu-ray, before I go further into Brian Lee O'Malley, so I wanted to show you. I buckled and I finally got the Arrow release of the Ninja Turtles trilogy. The reason why I say I buckled because like most Ninja Turtle fans, well, not most, like quite a few. I only wanted the first movie, but you're not gonna get the first movie separately because they insist on you having the other two as well because they got to make that money back from the money that was spent on the last two movies that didn't do well. Um, so they had as a result you had to buy the whole trilogy, but it's it was marked down, so I was like, yeah, I'll get it, and I'm gonna end up seeing it because I do want to see how it looks, how they this is the first movie, how the transfers look on the Blu-ray, and finally the first movie has the extra although the features are not like the classic stuff that we've seen over the years. These are like all like new documentaries they put on there, new interviews, but they did include some of the Korean scenes. Though the scenes that were included in the Korean release, they included that in the special features. Um, they have the trailer, of course, but they don't have like some of the other stuff that I remembered. So, which kind of sucks, and they don't have the music videos, so that sucks too. But I'm still looking forward to seeing it, and I can't wait to see it. So I gotta pick a time to see it and really enjoy it. And then maybe I'll watch part two again, maybe. Um, and maybe I'll watch all three films just to see how it looks on the transfer, just to say I've seen it, and just to experience the special features. But regardless, I like that I had it. It's got some posters in there. It's got a booklet with some information from the first movie as well. So Um, you know, when I see it, I will go more into it. So, how much says I don't like turtle. I don't like Ninja Turtles anything beyond one. Mood of Hell. You should know that by now. And I'm in the voice chat Mood of Hell. If you want to come on stream, you got to tell me so that um I know to include you. But yeah, I wanted to show you that. So and I keep it right here in the shelf behind me. It's so convenient because I can just pull out my shelf and then show you in the chat. So it's great. It's awesome. Here we go. Okay. So Yi says better yet, force Lady Shadowband to watch all three. She likes the first movie. You like the first Ninja Turtles, right?
Which one?
The Ninja Turtles live action movie?
I barely remember it, I guess.
Hmm. She says she barely remembers it. So I guess we'll have to make a time at some point to watch that. I'll have to watch it with her. But when she moved in, she brought with her the VHS, the original V. You guys remember the original VHS of Ninja Turtles? I I put it with my collection because like, oh wow, she got the original VHS with the cover. And funny thing, people treat the VHS as now like it's 35 millimeter or 60 millimeter. I'm like, you guys remember the VHS movies? They weren't letterboxed or anything, right? Like they were pan and scan, and you know they didn't have much of anything after. Although with the release of this one, this had the classic FHE Family Home Entertainment logo and had the trailers for some of the cartoons. So there's that. That was interesting. But I like the art on the VHS, which is cool. So yeah, there you go. So I put it right there next to the some of my Road Warrior Drake stuff. Oh, speaking of Road Warrior Drake, so I'm working on, and we'll get into the Brian Lee O'Malley stuff, but I'm working on the fifth anniversary edition of Street Champion Road Warrior Drake, and it's gonna have a lot of extra stuff on it. So you get the story, you're gonna get a lot of unused pages and artwork, and there's gonna be context with added to that, so you'll get more of the idea of the making behind the book and the reason behind some of the choices I made to include or not include certain pages. Um, also, uh, other stuff that I'm going to include in the book as well. So you're going to want to get that. I'm working on that right now, along with Pumpkin War Patch. So busy month, busy year for me for this, but I'm putting out content. I'm putting out material, books, because that's the responsible thing to do when you come into this space and you say you're a comic book artist. So and some people may not like my art style, but there are others that do, and I'm building on that, and that's why I do my Thursday streams so that people can see I'm coming from a long line of artists that do weird shit, do weird art styles, and they got successful off of it. In some cases, they made $1 billion off of it, like the Ninja Turtles. So, you know, welcome to um. Oh, okay. Moon of Hell says he's in the room. Hold on, wait. Let me don't say nothing at Moon of Hell. Let me just share the screen. Give me 1 second, and let me give him an intro. Here we go.
You know what they say, nobody gives a hummer like a gummer.
Speak up, Moon of Hell. Let's hear you.
Can you hear me,
Oh,
Peanut Head?
yes, we can hear you. Yes, yes. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing?
I was already sleeping and then I was awake for some reason, I don't know, and then I saw that you were streaming.
Yes. Yes. My chat has been asking for my guest host for a long time, so yeah. Osprey says his 2007 animated Turtles movie is better than the live action trilogy. Uh, somebody ban Osprey Sage right now. Ban him! Anyway, Fascist Kirk says, I can barely draw stick figures. I am just a rube who backed comic books in this thing called CG. I was both. I was a comic book artist, creator, and also a backer in CG. I backed a lot of books. I had a whole stack of CG books that I backed. So I wasn't just some guy making a book. I was giving money to these creators. And I actually either cost a lot of these books or gave them away or whatever. But my collection is smaller to a substantial amount. That's it. Because a lot of these books are books that I backed expecting longer series and continuation, and that didn't happen. So I was like, yeah, you know what? There's no point in me keeping it. There's not any real value. The artists and the writers have given up on it. Why do I hold on to it? I'll tell you what hasn't reneged is Yaira. I got my hardcover the other day. I did an unboxing of my Rumble yesterday. So here is the hardcover Yaira featuring all three issues of it. The entire trilogy here is here. So I'm looking forward to reading it. Beautiful hardcover, and yeah, I like it a lot. So looking forward to reading that and giving my thoughts on it. Who'd have thunk it? I that actually produces books and delivers them. What a novel idea, right? What a novel thought. Okay, it says that we had, meaning Lord Raptor Jesus, we had 170 watching on Rumble and Kick. Carol Woodrow and I were on Kick. Everyone else was on Rumble. In fairness, Carol and Woodrow were in Kick in solidarity to me, I think. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do a stream on Kick at some point too. I do have a Kick account, so I guess you seem to like Kick better. So maybe I'll go on Kick. Maybe this week. Okay, so this weekend, I'm thinking this weekend, if Lady Shadowban doesn't draw me to her, if she does, good night to all of you. But um, I'm thinking of doing a surprise draw stream. So haven't decided. I'm thinking between two characters, but I won't say which ones yet.
Have like at least
You
three
want to draw
characters
now
that
or when?
camera group.
No, no, no. Oh, well, not counting the Monday streams, but there's a couple characters that she uh mentioned and suggested. I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Which one did you do on the last Monday stream again?
We did
Okay.
Kong,
You did cons.
right?
Okay, so then you still have the one that we talked about.
So Phantom of the Opera will probably be the one I do on Monday, and the reason is because we're doing like a love, like a romance, like a horror romance theme for Valentine's. So,
Good into
uh, and then
because two reasons that and plus the 25th anniversary.
right, so she wanted me to do a Gollum drawing stream. That won't be for Monday because it's not a horror film, but I may do it Saturday. But
Yeah.
because it's the 25th anniversary of the Lord of the Rings Fellowship, so she's like,
This is precious.
you should do a Gollum drawing, and if I did a Gollum drawing, that might sell at the con at Heroes Con. So
Surprise drawing maybe depending on how long.
right, and a surprise drawing.
Just look in the mirror and draw what you see, and
You
then
know
you
how
have
I was
Gollum.
nice to you? I was nice to you. I really was.
And there was one more we were thinking about doing because of Valentine's Day.
Also, it's spelled Gollum, not golem. A golem is something very different.
Gollum.
Gollum.
Hey, Golem is the statue
The rock troll.
right
is what
the
I call it.
right, yes. Oh, Colin's in the chat. I haven't seen him. Colin says it's not a surprise draw stream if you say it's happening. Let me be, Colin. Let me be.
We're still thinking.
Yeah, we're still thinking about it. She's
Hey,
been. Hmm?
We're trying to figure out
in
how to
regards of you maybe drawing the Phantom of the Opera, I got the second figure from
Oh,
Deca, I think, from the
nice.
Phantom of the Opera in the Mask of the Red Death disguise.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
JV Salad says he hates Kick. Video on demands are buggy for me, but Rumble will not send me the damn registration email. Can't comment or chat. Yeah, it's the catch 22 with some of these other platforms, but we got to do it because if not, then like we're gonna be at the mercy of YouTube. Can't trust YouTube at all. So just because they have been behaving the last year doesn't mean that they won't go back to shenanigans. And I just don't trust them. So and a lot of people don't either. There you go. Wait, I was great says Gollum is for the Jews. Yeah, the Gollum the Gollum story is actually born out of like I don't know which sector of Judaism or if it was like the Hasids or like the Sephardics. I don't know which Jewish culture was responsible for making the Gollum story. But yeah, that is true. Because I think it has something to do with some rabbi who brings up the the rock thingy thing, whatever. I don't know. Okay, Kirk Fashion is 45 minutes in, and I still don't know all about Brian Lee. Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, Fashion Girl. We'll get to it. I assume Jabba is LOL. He's got to stop, and people aren't banning him. So, anyway, okay. So let's get to Brian Lee O'Malley. Are you familiar with who Brian Lee O'Malley is? Moon of Hell.
No,
Are you familiar with Scott Pilgrim?
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. So, I debated about doing this one because I I not because I think that the book or anything are bad. It's just like I know a lot of people, most of my peers haven't read Scott Pilgrim and probably not fans of it. But the thing is, this guy made a lot of money off of it, and he was very successful. And it wasn't his first book either. So like the point of these streams is, I'm showing you guys that you just have to have when it comes to comics, you just have to have a good idea, and the artwork will service that idea, and you could have something in the bank. This whole
And
getting
you have
people.
to have a good logo design too, last
Oh
Matt.
no, it's Primathor. Damn it. Hello, Prime.
Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Hello, my friend.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. How about you?
I was okay till you came on. But let me ask you a question, Primathor. Are you familiar with Brian Lee O'Malley? Scott Pilgrim.
No, but you can tell me all about him.
Well, we're going to learn about him right now. So, very quickly. So, he's a
Good.
cartoonist from Canada, and he's our contemporary. 'Cause he was born in 1979, and his mother was Korean, so I'm pretty sure he had that Korean influence with the Korean comics and cartoons, because when you look at his art style, it's very similar to that Asiatic pop culture cartoonish style. Like not just with the anime, but you see it a lot with the Korean stuff, with Korean manga. Oh no, manhwa. I'm sorry, Korean manhwa.
But I'm confused, last Matt. I thought there was only one great Canadian comic book artist, and he made Beyblades.
You just made no sense. You made 0 sense with what you just said.
Helmet
Zero.
knows.
Oh, do you know Helmet?
Hmm? About what?
The greatest Canadian comic book artist who made Beyblades. No?
Uh, I don't give a fuck about Canada. It's
Oh,
such
no.
a
Oh,
third
oh,
world
oh, hang on.
country.
Let me go tell Ina you don't give a fuck about Canada. Hang on. Let me go DM right now.
See, Prime is snitching on you right now. Police snitching on you.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
That's not cool, Prime Thor.
I was told to wreck everyone and leave.
Well, you can't do that because you're not allowed to do that. You're just not allowed. Anyway,
Zeit
so
says, punish him, Matt. Play the intro.
there we go. So one of his first books, or his first graphic novel, was a book called Lost at Sea. It's a coming of age story. We know how those go. So, um, well, you can see like as I mentioned before, the you could sense some Asiatic life influence in his art style, but um, I would even say, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I would even say like you could see maybe how the Cal art style kind of got influenced by this too. But looks better in the Cal art style. But yeah, this was his first book,
It looks
and
simple. It looks simplistic. It's great for what it is. I mean, as long as you're able to keep making a continuous flow, the animation. I mean, not animation. The content of the
right,
characters look the same.
yeah, and I like the pacing, the pacing of the text, and how it helps with the images. So, but yeah, it's a coming of
Is
age
it?
story. It's about a young lady. She deals with anxiety, and like with most stories that have female main characters, she goes through a sense of self awareness and finds herself. Um,
But
so
hang on, you're not asking the important questions, last Matt.
what is the
Was there
important
any
question, Pablo?
tracing in
Please
this?
tell me what the important
What
question is.
what was there any tracing in this? You know that's a vehicle. We need to do a composite of the 3D model that was used on it.
That's a good question because the art style is very intricate. So perhaps there's something to that. Here, let's look at this intricacy here. Look at this. Look how intricate this is. Look at that. Look at that chat. Look at it.
Okay, okay. I definitely need Einberg in here because he's a big Calvin and Hobbes fan, and this has that same style.
It says, Elijah, can we
I
review the
just look.
1980s movie Repo Man instead of Scott Pilgrim led to the downfall of Western civilization? We just okay. So Kay says, I want you to give me your insight on Scott Pilgrim. Let's talk about that because it seems like it's more about the movie. Like there's a sense of pushback on the movie. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. Now, what were you gonna say, Helmet? I think I cut you off.
I just looked up how this guy looks like, this Brian Lee O'Malley guy. And he looks exactly like that Andy No guy from Twitter.
Oh, yes, yes, I know who you're talking about. Yes, that is true. He, I don't know what to say
The
about that.
name,
Yeah,
his name has nothing to do with how he looks
no, it does
like.
not. It does not. Like you hear the name and you have a vision of who it could be, and then you see the guy's face. Like, wait, that doesn't look like Brian. That looks like a Duke King song or something. But Vinzinger says the art style philosophy reminds me of the art style from Candy Kids Next Door, Pepper Ann and Doug. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, you know what?
Show
You're right. Good.
show the general image I put the image in general. Show that.
Hold on. Let me go to my
It looks like
physical.
it looks like Calvin and Hobbes a little bit too.
Are you eating, you fat swine?
I am having das milkshake. Yeah.
Hold on a small pouch. So yeah, there's Calvin and Hobbes. So just for reference, as Primathor wants reference, but yeah. So and
It's
yeah,
the simplicity of it.
yeah, no, I can see it. You know, and this is part of the universality of the simplicity of the art that Scott McCloud talked about. So yeah, you go back to this, it's like you see it. So totally see it. Um, but yeah, this book was a success. No shocker. Monkey King says yes, it does look like Calvin and Hobbes. Vinzinger says I do enjoy the Scott Pilgrim movie. Okay, so we have a fan in the chat of the Scott Pilgrim movie. Vinzinger, he enjoys it. Oh wait, is JD wait
You,
JD
you like a
Kirby's in the chat?
guy?
Wait, is JD Kirby in the chat? Hold on,
Yes.
wait, hold on,
Yes.
hold on. Oh, there's John Donald in the chat. Listen, John Donald Kirby, you're not welcome here. Your film is not welcome here. You don't come here and bully me. You're not doing that here, John Donald. I'm important. This is my turf and my territory. You think I'm scared of you, John Donald? I'm not. I'm not.
You know what I have to say to that last man?
What's that? You know, Parmethor, that was not necessary. I'm a friend. That was not necessary at all. So, and I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to be important and relevant and give you guys education. But I guess
You
it's
just
not.
got $2. You should be happy.
Oh wait, I did get $2 super chat. That's from uh is that Colin Lamping? Yes, that's Colin Lamping. Hold on, let me update my chat here because I have the chat window open. It's a separate window open on OBS. So Colin sends $2 super chat. Thank you. He says, "Say I love swans as much as I love Lady Shadowband. I love swans as much as I love Lady Shadowband." There you go. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think I love Lady Shadowband a lot more. I think I adore her so much.
What 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 was the gotcha in that? I'm so confused.
Colin wants me to go to war with the swans. So he's trying to like do the reverse to kind of like troll me, and it's not working. I'm still here.
No. Now, hang on. Road Warrior Drake has to first go up against the herons before he can go against the swans. Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
see,
but the herons come first.
Colin, see here. So now Prime is stepping in. He's saying before you bring the swans to the forefront, you got to let him deal with the herons first. So there is a it seems like a conundrum has just been created there. So we got to see where this goes.
Herons are known enemies of ducks. They swallow their young.
Wait, Zeit says I'm deported from the internet. No, I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still versatile. JD Kirby says that was racist. No, if it's criticism against you, John Donald Kirby, it ain't racist. It's justified. It's absolutely justified. Every day. Every day.
100%.
Bat says swans can actually do damage, unlike dogs. Well, swans can be vicious, yeah. And no argument for me on that one. Totally. Um, we go back more to yes. We go back more to artwork from the Lost at Sea book, and the use of the shading, and again, he the way he uses the dark blacks in the background, and you get more of the gray in the foreground. It's a nice way to create distinction and uh contrast. You know what? You know what's lost in artwork in
Wait,
this space? What?
Wait.
What?
I get to continue, but we need to roll that back on that comment I heard earlier. I was in the kitchen, but continue.
I was gonna say what's lost in this space by many artists who want to kill each other and do all kinds of horrible things because they don't like how they draw certain things is that they don't know how to create perspective, dimension, and contrast with their colors. So when you look at a page, it's all busy and your eyes are like hurting because you're trying to figure out what the hell you're looking at. Like it's pages can be super detailed, but you don't know what the hell you're looking at, and it's just frustrating to look at. But something like this is just so easy on the eyes, and it helps you just follow the story along and be entertained. KSS asked, Eliza, how true to the comic was the movie? Because the movie was clearly made for men who cry watching Hallmark movies while cuddling one of their 5 cats. Interesting. I don't know. Like, no, the comics themselves, from what people have said to me, um, they seem to be a lot of fun, but no one has made no one has made the criticisms of the comics, from what I've heard, that they've made about the movie, which is fascinating.
Okay, I have two
And
things I have to talk about last
okay,
minute.
before you do, I was gonna say one more thing. I did get a copy of the comics. I do have the Scott Pilgrim comics on hand, so I'll probably read those and over the weeks give you my thoughts on it. But go ahead, Primathor.
Bring up General first. I posted something new.
Okay.
I was wondering where the eyes were so familiar to me. I was like, where have I seen that before?
Oh, you're bringing up Captain Underpants.
Yeah, it's like Captain Underpants. This is like a teenage version, like a grown up version of Captain Underpants. I mean, look, the eyes are very similar.
This
I was
might
wondering where
be
I saw that.
Yeah, this might have to be another book, another stream I'll have to do on the indie comic outliers because this is another example of a property simplistic art that made the author banked. Wait, Tommy's asking how many cats oh well shit. You know what? I do you know what? Forget it, I do have a cat now. Fuck. Yes, I have one kitten now. I mean it's not really
Now,
mine,
now,
but
now,
they
hang on. Now, hang
what?
on, hang
What?
on. That's not true. You had a cat before. He's in chat right now, and
Oh, Zeitz?
he
Yeah,
goes,
that's true.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But
Well,
the rollback comment is number two. Okay, someone said that ducks don't do damage as much as swans. Who said that?
that was bats.
Bats. Ducks grape. Do
Wait,
swans grape?
uh we have Fagatoni in the chat. Fagatoni says these people sound like they have very puffy nipples. Uh, who the people in my chat in my call or the artists who fight about detail in the art? Because if I can make it simple, everybody here sounds like they have puffy nipples. It's a very weird.
Fagatoni, don't make me turn on my camera. I'll do the truffle shuffle again. I'll make a last Matt literally scream in horror.
Do not make the trouble shuffle for fuck's sake. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, Guy says, "Are you planning on making bank anytime soon?" I'm making bank now. I'm making bank now. Like I am this generation's Todd McFarlane. We're like this. We are killing it, Guy. So take
Yeah,
your
that's right.
jealousy and
There
do
are
something
certain
productive with it.
people.
What?
There are certain people who do not get $100 super chats in the
KS says that
comics
Scott Pilgrim and Captain Underpants
area.
are a psyop funded by the CIA. Ooh, deep state stuff. Look at that. Swans will absolutely try to murder you, says Colin. So there you go. So you looks like you have a what do you call those things? You call detractor in the chat. See now you're gonna encourage that war, Primathor. I didn't want
Yeah,
it.
it's awesome. I love it.
That's so sick. Why would you love it? Um,
Oh, Tim also remembers the truffle shuffle.
I have so I mentioned that I have the Scott Pilgrim book. There's actually 6 books. So at the very least, I mean, I have the PDFs of it. I probably, if I like it, I'll get the physicals. But
Why do you have a copy of? Come on, the last. I
for
gotta
review
have this talk
purposes,
with you.
for review purposes.
Review. Cut the
Yes.
book. You have cut the book.
Okay, so have you read it? Have you read it?
I know the story of it. It's a guy who chases around a girl who's already been basically, railed by half the damn high school.
Now, what I'm trying to find out, Primathor, is if this was just on the movie or if this is actually something that um happened in the comics as well. So this is why it's fascinating. This is why I wanted to look into this because it's fascinating. So here's a page from the book right here, just to study the art style. So um And look, it automatically establishes. You could tell just visually who the good guys are and who the main
Wait
characters.
a second. This is your drawings. What the fuck are you talking about? Someone colored your drawings. What the hell's going on here?
I take that as a high compliment. Interesting.
People want to say your artwork sucks, but then I see this shit right here. It's like, no, this is like a Lasmat in like 4 years.
I don't know how to take that, but I think I'll accept it as a compliment.
That was a compliment.
I will accept it. No, you know, I absolutely, no shit. I'll accept it. Actually, let me open up a page here. Hold on, because I've been working on Pumpkin Warpatch issue number 2, so I knocked out another page. I have 4 pages left on issue number 2. I just gotta knock those out, and then that I can do like one. I do like 1 page a day, but I'm trying to get to 2 a day, so that way I can knock it out, and that's the plan. So, and I've been having a lot of fun drawing the book. It's been fun, lots and lots of fun. I'm just opening up I'm gonna open up a page right now so we can look. Let's see. Sorry, my thing is going slow.
Did you ask the chat for consent before we look?
The chat is chucking spears at me right now. Excuse me. Okay, can I open up? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna open up this. Hold on. Let me see if it shows up here. There you go. So this is one of the recent pages I completed. I'm gonna uh tweak up some small details here or there, but yeah, this is one of the recent pages for Pumpkin Warpatch.
Dear God, it's as great as I think it's gonna be.
And there's Bryan Lee O'Malley. So
Yeah, yeah. You just get your proportions right in the next couple years. It's like you'll be golden.
I am golden. I'm absolutely golden.
Yeah, exactly.
I am making entertainment. That is the goal, and that's what these books are all about: entertainment. Entertainment.
Oh, by the way, Kissy has a good comment for you. He says Elasmat bought Scott Pilgrim for the same reason he bought Playgirl magazines. He says it's for quote unquote research.
I'm a researcher.
It's also the same reason why Prime is subscribed to Finster's OnlyFans.
Oh God.
Hey, you're the one who went to Stuffy Bunny's Patreon, buddy.
Oh God.
I didn't pay for it, but I found the pictures.
Poor Elasmat.
Mass Apprentice. I dig the page to the last. I meant to see what's up with the cow suit. Yeah, well, you'll have to read the book, but yeah, it's just happens. But you'll have to read it. So yeah. Bryan Lee
The
O'Malley
guy in the
says,
right
"Wednesday
corner
Joe."
looks a lot like you, Peanut Head.
Wait, what now?
Did you draw yourself in your book?
No, I don't do self inserts. That's gay. But Vince Ziegler says Bryan Lee O'Malley sure to draw in different art styles. Nothing wrong with it. I'm giving him respect. There you go. Nice. Wait, who's mostly listening in? Oh, Fiona Wolf. Fiona's in the chat. What's going on, Fiona? Good seeing you here. Fiona's a pretty avid reader of books, not just comics. She reads other books too. So I do listen to her opinion on stuff because it helps ground me. Um, so there we go. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So yeah, that was 1 page from the Scott Pilgrim book. Let me just go down because I don't want to show a lot because copyright and all that stuff. I'm just perusing certain pages here. But yeah, I'm noticing a lot of pushback on the Scott Pilgrim stuff. It's interesting. Let's look at this one. Look at the colors here. This reminds me of fall. I think that's the look he was going for. Oh. Is it showing?
No.
Let me see.
Because I don't see it showing on my end. So let me see.
No, I'm not seeing
I don't
anything.
see it.
You might wanna do some troubleshooting on that.
There we go. No, there we go. It's weird. Sometimes
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this definitely reminds me of fall, and it's just the use of the colors.
It's the palette.
Yeah. Something as simple as color palette can really tell the story.
You know, when you think of fall, you think of like jeans. You think of like heavy clothing,
Yeah.
grayish palette, and then you got dark tones with light tones in the background. It's that type of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Winter's like really like blues and whites,
Mm-hmm.
and spring's more like really deep blue and bright green, and then summer's like a dark bluish with the dark greens because it's starting to now turn.
And there is
Oh,
Ramona
this looks a
Flowers.
lot like Steven Universe.
Did you say Steven
Yep,
Universe?
Steven Universe. He said Steven Universe.
No, no.
He said
Yeah.
Steven
I made the statement earlier that the Cal art style seems to have been influenced by this, but you can tell this is a bit more. This has more form than the Cal art style, but you can see the correlation though. So I don't fault anybody for thinking that because you can kind of see because I kind of saw it, and I'm wondering if the Cal art style if that had anything to do with being influenced by the success of Scott Pilgrim. Um, so as a fantasy, I wouldn't be surprised if he took influence from Bone and Calvin and Hobbes. There's also a little bit of that foxtrot look to the faces as well. Yeah, Mazepin gets it. He absolutely gets it. You know? So, um, like I said, like the art style for me didn't draw me to it. Like I dig a lot of art styles. This one, like I could see like it's an anime influence, anime manga influence, even though I know it's distinctly not anime or manga. But in spite of like me giving respect to the artists with different styles and how they tell stories, this one in particular didn't really draw me, you know. But I also can't sleep on its success because it was successful for a reason, and that's again, this is why we talk about it because it's like this this needs to be talked about because a lot of comic artists are giving you people the wrong information, the wrong idea on successful books. They're missing it, and you hear guys like Jesse from Pot Awful or even like Aaron and Multi the other day. And I know, guy, Aaron Multi, what he's been with and what he's done and all that stuff, but that doesn't change the perspective he gives, and it's a valuable perspective. And I think it's definitely something that needs to be discussed and addressed and honed in on. So
Wait.
yeah,
The guy who mingled with Nick Rikita's trucked up wife did
oh,
say
you didn't see the
something
video?
about comics?
Oh, you didn't see the video?
I-
Oh wait, maybe
I'm,
we should show the video here. How about that? How about like we'll continue the discussion of this and then we'll go into that video. You're gonna like what he said. I think we
yeah,
should
I
probably
doubt that, but
no, he talked about Comicsgate.
okay.
Yeah,
I
he
thought it is something about his relationship with
oh no,
the
no.
Minnesota truck pope.
No, he shot on Comicsgate. It's insightful, and I know people have an aversion because of who he is, but it's still insightful. So, um, but somewhere who said this? Somewhere in the chat, someone said this. It was who said it? It was okay. I was going to say it. He says I think the art style is fine. I just really disliked Ramona. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that because I think a lot of people are hey shh quiet. What's going on? What's going on? Shh.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Well, while he's doing that, JD Kirby says a convicted C word. Oh yeah, I can say that. Cucked. That gets peed. Yeah. Let's prop him up. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit. Wow. What do you think about that, Helmet? Yeah, a convicted cuck that gets pegged. Oh shit. I said that. Oh whoops.
It's interesting that each and everyone comes out of the woodwork with CG bashing nowadays. What happened?
What
Did
happened?
the fat rock from New Jersey do something interesting for a while?
Yes, he betrayed every single one he had for money.
Wow, that's hardly news.
Shot
I
and fraud
know.
comes no matter it could come today, it could come tomorrow, or 2 weeks from now, or even a year. But eventually it comes. It will just arrive, and there's nothing you can do about it. So yeah,
I'll give you a synopsis of what events you missed over the last year later in a DM a Helmet. All right.
right. But
Yeah,
let's
okay, do that.
okay. So let's
Yeah.
talk about Ramona Flowers because this is bringing getting some people to like really speak and say stuff. So so Ramona Flowers is a girl that's been she's monkey branched. a lot. So she's Monkey Brand. She's compiled a body count, and apparently it's up to Scott Pilgrim to fight off all her exes. So that has created a sense of pushback by a lot of people, and understandably so. But this book was successful for a reason, and maybe there is some truth to the sentiment that yeah, the story, the Scott Pilgrim franchise, or more so the movie, maybe more so the movie, has ignited the sim culture that we are dealing with today, and has sent the wrong message to young men.
Okay,
So
hang on.
yeah,
Can I ask a question?
yes, you can.
How
Please.
many boyfriends was he sent to fight?
How many? What now? You cut off.
How many ex-boyfriends was he sent to fight?
So the number that I saw thrown in the chat was 300.
Nah, dude.
That,
Nah,
that's
dude. Nah, dude.
that's
That's a high body count. That's for the streets. That's for the
yeah.
streets, bud.
No, 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 no. I'm not. I'm listen. You find a woman that's got that kind of body count. Yeah, it's like yeah. Good luck. Good luck. You know. Um. Now that I think that number
I
was
like to
thrown in the
have my
movie.
dick.
What?
I like to have my dick. I don't want it to fall off.
Yeah, that can be a concern for sure.
Oh yeah.
I was going to
Oh,
say this.
it's
Like
the
you put.
girl from the Pokemon movie.
Wait, what's up, though?
Eh?
The actress was in the Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah. This is the actress from
No, that movie was good,
the
but
Scott.
not Scott Pilgrim.
You mean the Pokemon, the Detective Pokemon movie? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the Detective Pikachu movie.
Right. I haven't seen all of it. I went to the drive-in to see it, and I fell asleep like during the first act. Not because it was boring, but because it was a double bill. When I went to see it, and I went to see the Aladdin live action remake, which I was kind of like, no, 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 that, and then the Pikachu movie I fell asleep on. So it was a weird night for me that night. But um, yeah, this is the actress that plays Ramona Flowers in the Scott Pilgrim movie. And the comment section when I saw the video for this was like, yeah, people were the guys were all in their fields, and there was a group of guys that were like, "Yeah, I could save her," or totally would sim for her. And then you had some guys that were like, nah, dude, like this is not the way." So I was like, "Wait, I must have missed all this when it came out because I didn't realize how deep this thing went." So um, that Brian Lee O'Malley would create a book that would eventually lead to the modern day sim culture. It's fascinating. So, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that? Let me hear you guys in the chat, and then we'll move on to like the Aaron and Multi video since it was brought up. Because I want to hear Helmut's reaction to this. But the kitty cat is waving hi at me. What did we name her again? What? Okay, the kitten, the baby cat. I don't know what to call it. What's her name?
Eve
Eve. Okay, so Lady Shadow Band, she brought in a kitten, and
for my
for her
daughter
daughter, and her daughter finally named it Eve. So
because she was born on Halloween Eve.
she was born on Halloween Eve.
You,
So
you
there you
know
go.
what's going to happen, don't you? You know what's
What?
going to happen.
What's
And
that?
Zeit's in the chat. He's going to tell you that you need to kick the dogs and keep the cat.
That will never. My dogs are my therapy, my happiness. That will never happen.
I'm sorry, but kick the dog.
I will never do that. I'll kick Prime. I'll kick
The
you.
kick dogs, cat supremacy. That's right.
JD Kirby says yes. The actress was in the 2011 Thing prequel, and both are weak as fuck. He says. Um, Al Gray says that Jenny from Forrest Gump. That's another movie I haven't seen. Jenny from Forrest Gump is worse, but Ramona sucks hardcore.
Wait. You've never seen Forrest Gump?
No, I've not seen Forrest Gump. I know about it. I mean, I know the stuff in it. I said,
We're gonna have to fix that. We're doing another movie night.
there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down with Prime and I, and we're gonna watch Forrest Gump.
Oh, you have to. There's so
Yes.
many memeable quotes.
JV Styler says, I think, I'm sorry, no, not JV Styler. Well, I'll be JV Styler's comment. He says, I have the game on 2DS and the Pikachu Edition, 2DS XL, and the Amiibo. That wasn't the comment I wanted to read, but since I called his name out, I figured I'd read his comment in solidarity. Yeah, it says, I think the Scott Pilgrim movie made guys like Aaron and Molte. See how I did that seg? Oh, you know what? That's awesome. Now, you know what, Keza? That's an awesome segue. That is an awesome segue. Okay, let me pull up that video. Since he did that, I'm gonna reward that ingenious segue by pulling up the video, the Aaron and Milte video from courtesy of at least Alyssa Clips, who is a premier clipper because she doesn't put other people's stuff behind paywalls and make money off people's content. So it's a 9-minute video, and I'm preparing it. Give me a few minutes before I want to just finish the conversation on Brian Lee O'Malley because I just think it's a fascinating conversation here. You know, with the art style and the story that he told. So let me show this. This is a picture of Ramona. She appears in the comic. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see how it led to the killer style.
Are
What's with the
those?
colors? What's with the
Yeah,
colors?
the tranny
Well,
flag.
Lady Shadowban can't type in the chat, but she wants to remind people to hit the like and subscribe button and join in on the conversation.
What's with those colors? The last one, you're not answering us.
Okay, so the colors. I mean, that's just the colors he uses for the book because as you can see, as you saw, it's
Oh
visual.
no!
It brings the colors up. Are you talking about her hairstyle or just the colors in general?
Helmet. I'm starting to think that Scott Pilgrim the book is not Cuck the book. I think it's Troon Chaser the book.
Yeah, that
She's a
could be.
female. She's a female.
Do we know that?
There's X to
I mean, it's a
doubt.
drawing.
Uh huh.
It's a drawing.
I'm sorry, but I know that a lot of the certain people with mental illness love the Scott Pilgrim books. No offense to anybody who is a biological female, but yeah, there's a lot of them that like those books, and seeing those colors on that character, yeah, I don't know. That's it's kind of weird. Yeah. See, look, Kissy says it too. Look, aren't those the Tran flag colors? That's.
Interesting. Interesting
Ooh.
observation. Very interesting. So, okay. Bat says, I don't know if they saw those as trans colors back in the day. Yeah, this was like 2009, I think. So, oh no, this is actually before. This is what
Hang on. We might want to look up the origin of the trans flag. That might actually predate.
Scott Pilgrim
I'm
came
gonna
out.
look into it.
Well, came out in 2012. No. 2004 is when the first issues got published. So, that might be something worth deep diving. I guess I don't know. Could be, maybe, for sake of conversation. But, um, so yeah. Correct. Fascist correct says Prom was born a biological female. Yeah, we confirm that he definitely is a biological female. So he larps as a man because you know, I don't know.
Oh, the transgender pride flag was invented by American trans woman and activist Monica Helms in 1999, first appearing at Phoenix Pride Parade in 2000.
Okay,
There you
so it
go.
does predate the comic. So, but no, but Ramona Flowers is definitely a female, and the movie definitely casted a female.
Are
So
you saying that because you like that hairstyle, huh? Are you saying
no,
that?
no,
Huh?
I'm saying that because
Okay, all right.
I don't like purple hair. I like red hair, like cherry red. No, you look great in red.
Hang
My
on, hang
personal
on.
opinion. Yeah. So. Oh wait, Punch comment. Okay, we have
Helmet,
Punch.
he's digging a grave.
No, she likes to work for me. We're good. We're good. Punch Comic says I actually bought the 2-pack figures from the comic of Scott and Ramona. It looks similar to Funko Pops, but another brand. Okay. Yeah, yeah. The Funko and the CalArt stuff. It's like it takes simplicity to a much more simpler thing. So yeah, there's that correlation again there. So uh, Plunge Comics says Ramona comes across as a tomboy. Okay. That says yeah, but the public didn't know. That's the other thing too. Okay, so yeah, yeah, they didn't make that correlation back then. It wasn't as in your face as it is now. So yeah. Colin says Eliza likes red hair, but antagonizes gingers like no. I advocate for the gingers, Colin. I'm a ginger advocate, okay? But you want to throw swans at me, and that's what the divide is. That's where we come across and have the friction, Colin. Get your
Wait,
lore
hang on.
correct. What? What's up?
You're a ginger advocate. I can't associate you with you anymore. I'm sorry.
I don't believe in exterminating the gingers, Primathor. Why do you? Why do
I'm
you?
sorry. I'm sorry, but they need to be replaced with black people. They need their reparations.
No, they don't. They need to just take up their shield and swords and reclaim their honor. They will not be miscast in movies anymore. They will be represented
Yes,
again.
they will. Yes, they will.
Guy says
I
2000.
can't wait for when the biopic.
Yeah, like Guy says,
Ah,
2004
never
is
mind.
pre-woke. Yeah, it's pre-woke. There's some like little hints here or there, but yeah, definitely pre-woke for sure. Um,
I don't know. Al Gore was very woke for wanting to take people's guns back in the 2000s and lost the presidency for it.
ASS says Ramona Flowers is definitely a female. He's quoting me, Elasmat. But is she? Is she really? Because she looks like Max Versace. You know what? You take it back. Max Versace is definitely a man.
Mm.
Ramona's definitely a female. Yeah, but you know, a female with a huge body count. But still, it is what it is. But again, interesting conversation. I'm reading. I'm enjoying the comments here because yeah, it just because when I learned about Ramona Flowers and looked at the comments and what people were saying about her and they're how some were in their field and some were like, no, I ain't into that monkey branching stuff. It's like fascinating that I wasn't because when I knew Scott Pilgrim, I didn't jump on that. It wasn't my thing. It was just yeah, at the time it wasn't my thing, but whatever. I was aware that it was successful and it made bank and again, further proof that you don't got to draw super detailed art in a comic to be successful. It's just you have a story that resonates with people and it makes money. That's the way. That's just the way it is. And a lot of normies see that, but a lot of people in this space are like, no, no, they got their fingers up their nose and just wanting to seppuku themselves over it. But this is not true great St. Oscar. I don't love. Oh, actually, no, I don't. Actually, Lupita. What's her name? Lupita Nyong'o, I think her name is the one that's cast as Helen of Troy in the new movie.
Oh, dude, just
Gunter
stop.
Kinte?
Just stop.
No,
Just
she is.
stop,
Here's the
dude.
thing. She's genuinely
George Floyd?
attractive, but she's not fit for the role. So if they do a thing where they really make her less attractive, I'm like, yeah,
You know what? Zeit was right. You like square women. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna fucking say it. You like square women. Yeah,
I
for
have
fuck's
a
sake.
broad range Primator. I have a broad range. You
Yeah,
know
you
me.
sure do have a broad range. It's so square that you have to sit there and use a triangle to figure out if it's square.
KSS says Scott Pilgrim was successful, and so was the Big Bang Theory, and yet we're here. Things succeed for a reason. You know what? Like right now, we're seeing why certain products are failing, why certain shows are failing, why certain movies are failing. You know, we're seeing it. So Helmut wrote this in the chat. He says Max Thatcher has beautiful teeth, and Richard C. Meyer loves. Uh, wait, yes, yeah. Richard C. Meyer is just on another thing
That's
right
a good
now.
one,
So
Helmet.
Richard C. Meyer insulting Riververse comic book fans is like the guy deserves his failure. If anybody who's a Richard C. Meyer fan is watching this, quote me on this. Richard C. Meyer deserves his failure. He's a failure of a man and a failure as a comic book creator. A complete failure. Good luck continuing sinking into the
And a
abyss.
failure
Freaking
as
out.
a father, let's
What?
admit.
Oh shit! You went there. Damn. Okay.
Don't forget the most important parts, the deadbeat father part.
Damn. I mean, he put it out there, so it's
And
up to somebody.
also he starts in a movie. He starred in a
Oh no,
movie
we don't talk about that
that
movie.
was shot in a shoe
No,
store.
no, we don't want to talk about that movie. No, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, so you guys want me to go over the Aaron and Multi video?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
bring
if you
me
want to
up
go
to
to it.
date with all the shit.
Yeah. KSS asks, was the Helen of Troy described as a blonde? She was part of a Greek tribe, and the Greeks they weren't African dark, so there's that. So she is from a Greek tribe in the source material. Um, Wait, JB Styles after 499, even the chat dropped him. Oh, okay, yes, the chat. I guess the chat meaning Vanessa's chat, Danger Vanessa's chat. So, um, yeah, and the 499 art wasn't Narwhal's fault. That was Richard C. Meyer's dumbass decision to use MS Paint or whatever he did to color the book. But okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And this is comic focus, by the way. Like, there's a little bit of trash talking here, but it's comic focus. I figured Yeah, why not? So let me go ahead and play with the screen a little bit here so I can. Okay, so and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this, on what he says here, because this is very enlightening. So yeah, I won't be seeing the Odyssey. I don't think I'll be seeing it either, Gee. So I want a faithful representation of the movie. I don't want modern day interpretation of it. I watched the appendices of the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and Peter Jackson said it correctly. Like when he was talking about how he wanted to adapt the Fellowship of the Ring, he said he didn't want to make his version. He wanted to tell Tolkien's story. And I felt like if you're going to be a good filmmaker, you want to tell Homer's story, not yours. So that's where I'm at. But anyway, this is the video. Are you there, Mood of Hell?
What?
Are you there?
Yeah, but the
Oh,
stream.
here, Les Matt. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Play Steel
because I
Toe.
want his
I
thoughts
love
on this.
Recada's. Yeah.
What? Here we go.
I have a bone to
Yeah,
pick
go do it. Yeah.
with Alyssa Clips real quick. I'm subscribed to her channel, so I'll get notifications when she uploads certain shit. And I saw that she uploaded something from a guy who I think has to be the most boring, retarded, caveman motherfucker I've ever heard on the internet. And this universe.
Yeah, he's not.
Now I've actually heard like 2 clips from this universe, and I'm so angry at Alyssa Clips that I did, and that she put the content out there.
Not a fan.
I'm mad at myself for listening to it, but I'm mad at her for putting shit.
There you go.
Click on it. How many of you know about this Comics Gate shit?
Now the reason why this is significant.
Oh no.
Yeah. The reason why this is significant is because I like to hear what people outside of this space have to say about all this. Because Marvel made billions of dollars. Guys like Bryan Lee. Well, listen. Guys like Bryan Lee O'Malley made I don't know if he made billions, but he made a lot of money. Guys like Johnny Ryan made a lot of money with their Fuck My Son comic books, and which became a movie. All these guys make a lot of money, right? And that money's coming from somewhere. It ain't coming specifically from a small comic fan base. It's coming from people outside the fan base because they're being drawn to this and they're enjoying it. So guys like Aaron Emote, maybe not a guy you would consider to be a role model by any stretch, but I need you to just hear what he's got to say. And if you're a creator, if you're an artist and you're putting out your book, just pay attention to what he's saying here. What he's saying here, there is merit to what he's saying. So here we go.
So Comicsgate is this part of the internet. It might be more retarded than that Dabbleverse. These are grown men. I think this Ethan Van Sciver is like 60. He's like the Shmuel Buckman of that Comicsgate thing. And these are all a bunch of grown men talking about who draws cartoons better.
See,
yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kissy, you're exactly right. I'm gonna have to put Aaron on the Tarmageddon poster. God bless America.
Yes. Oh, that Tarmageddon post is getting.
It really is starting.
You may have
dude,
to
where the fuck am I gonna put him on the poster? No. I have to, dude. Yeah. John Malin's a booger in Ethan's nose. Okay, there's ways to put Aaron in there.
That's true. Although with my upcoming, no, hold on a second. With my upcoming Dungeons documentary, Malin has a bigger part to play in the destruction of others than you think. So I wouldn't call him a bigger on the nose. He's more of a
look. I've heard things.
Go ahead.
Look, I've heard things about what the Rekieta did with Aaron. You know, I could just put Aaron's head in Rekieta's drink and say he's drinking Aaron. You know.
Okay, yeah. Let's continue on.
Look, I wish I were exaggerating. I wish I were oversimplifying it. But these are a bunch of guys yelling at each other about who draws shittier cartoons and who does more GoFundMes for their shittier cartoons.
And there you go. So
it happened, Einbrick. It happened, Einbrick. Tarmageddon's real now.
So I know we're looking at Aaron Emote to eviscerating Comicsgate and giving. And again, whatever you think of the guy, his points are pretty spot on because he's coming from a sector outside of our tiny little retarded space. So this is why people need to hear what he's trying to say. Because if you're an independent creator, independent artist making a book, listen to what he's saying so you can understand what people are looking at. So if you're on a live stream on YouTube and you're arguing with a lot of these people, these comic artists, whether it's Ethan arguing with Flash or whomever's arguing with Liam during the week. It's like these people are looking at what y'all's doing, and it ain't good for your. Like, if you're committed to your books, it ain't good for your books. That's all I'm saying. So Twitter says, I don't think insights from a polycube members. Okay, so again, that's fine. What I'm trying to tell you is that what he's saying still has merit. That's what we're trying to say here. Because just because he did what he did doesn't mean he's wrong in what he's saying. So people got to stop with this. Well, he got cooked by the Nick Rekieta, so what he says about comics means nothing. No, what he said can be correlated by Jesse from Pod Awful. It can be correlated by a lot of people who may not be as hooked as you say. It's valuable.
We're making that a T-shirt.
Wait,
We're
what's
making
that
that a
now?
T-shirt.
Well,
Kissy says, "A broken cuck is right twice a day." Alasmat.
anyway, here we go. Let's continue on because you guys are chucking your spears at me.
And who should be refunding the GoFund? Apparently, what these guys in this Comicsgate thing do is they all put GoFundMe's out there and make a shitload of money and then never release comic books. Like this Comicsgate thing is like the greatest. It's like the greatest. What do you call it? Ponzi scheme of all time. These guys are like, here's my GoFundMe for my next book of drawings. And then people, I really like drawing. Comic books are good. I'm 40 and stunted. And so they throw money at these guys, and they never release the fucking comic book. And for the next 3-4 years, these guys all bitch at this Ethan Van Sciver guy, who, by the way, he talks like an absolute retard at every point he tried to make.
So the point so far here is it's been about the personalities and not so much about the products that they're supposed to be putting out there. Because it's going on stream and arguing with people online. This is why I personally don't go on live streams anymore. I stay to my space because I see what's going on, you know. And that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy live stream here or there where it gets crazy, where people are wishing seppuku on each other. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy it once in a while. You know, I definitely enjoy like the exposés on like Lord Raptor streams and out of Pangea, and someday when Adam Prime decides to get out of the retirement phase, you know, I'll be enjoying those. But people bitching at each other, EFAPing each other, it's starting to dominate more than ever. And I think aligning in some form or another with that is going to damage your standing, and it's just going to put you in a void if you're a comic creator. If not, then what I'm saying means nothing. So fuck it. Who cares, right? So, but let's continue on. Just here.
Just never quite get there. He's just a big dumb oaf. But I don't think it's his fault because people just keep giving this big dumb oaf money to make comic books that he never releases. It's actually kind.
And by the way, let me address this point too. For some of you in the chat, there's like, I'm not listening to a guy who guzzled Nick Rekieta's cum. Let me say this. When I mentioned that he brought up good points, let me just say this. For those of you who are fellow Christians, God used an ass to lecture somebody. So my point is, don't maybe focus less on the source and more on what's being said. Is my point, you know. Guy says it's over. It's not starting to decline. Oh no, it's been over. But some people see it. There are some people who like join in late, and they see it as declining. Whereas people like you and me who've been around forever, no, it's already dead. It's just now low-cal entertainment. And it's less about the independent comics and more about the personalities wishing seppuku on each other. So anyway, here we go.
Kind of a brilliant thing if you think about it. Like Bernie Madoff, before he went to prison, had to think, I'm the smartest fucking guy in the world. I'm just taking people's money and nobody's bothering me. This is like that Ethan Van Sciver. He does these GoFundMes. He's supposed to.
That sounds like a new LOL suit. That sounds like a new LOL suit between Ethan and Aaron.
That will be funny if that happens. That will be so funny if that happens. That's why, again, that's why this is entertaining because look, people are now starting to swarm around the CG thing, and it's going to really, like, you know.
Dude, no, you don't understand. It's going to get Rekieta out of retirement to actually go help Ethan because it's Aaron who's going against him.
Hold on, my browser just.
It's good. That's good.
It's a poo-poo.
Okay. your browser just went poo poo. But yeah,
Except
dude, it's
poo-poo.
gonna be hilarious if Arcada wants to help Ethan take on Aaron. If Ethan basically tries to sue him for that comment, that's funny as hell.
Hold on. I'm just waiting for my browser to like not seppuku itself, which it did. It just okay. I'm gonna have to restart my browser. But thankfully, since I'm OBS, it don't
Uh-huh.
affect the streaming. So there's that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. You know, like you
Oh wait,
don't
no, there
just
we go.
close
Okay,
your
no, it's back.
stream out and then
It,
one has portal page.
it's
Yeah.
back now. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me open it up here. I got a super chat from Mike Diache and Blasian one. Shout out to you for that. Appreciate that. He says Aladdin is such a likable fellow. I just have to give him money. See, why can't you all be like Blasian one? Why can't you be like him? He likes me. He appreciates me. He knows my value and what I do. Helmut.
What does this have to do with me?
I'm just saying because I heard you say something and you're being very, you know, whatever. So
I laughed because it was irony from Michael.
hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay, every time I try to close it, it seems to want to come back on. So it's weird. So I'm gonna just close it anyway and then restart it. The browser, not the um, yeah. So here we go. Let me close this thing out. Click on in task. There we go. That's one of the good things about live streaming from OBS is I don't gotta worry about losing the stream. So anyway, so let me go ahead and reopen Brave. All right, and hopefully and okay. So but yeah, and I'm seeing Vinzigger's comment in the chat. Vinzigger, listen, if you're gonna do your comics, man, just like don't you got okay. I know it gets easy to want to like engage with people who disagree with you or want to shit on you. It's okay to mute and move on, brother. It's okay to just mute and move on. Like you don't even you don't need to engage with bad actors in the space. You don't have to. Like just mute, block, whatever. Focus on what you're producing and be accepting if it succeeds or not. You do it for the love of the game. So that's what we do. We all do it for the love of the game. Love of the game. So so Vinziger, I'm sorry, Monkey King has a link to the Scott or Ramona figure set. I'm trying to get my Brave Brothers open. My Brave is not responding. So it totally did a thing just now. Brave did.
Yeah, and you got black screen because you streamed you paused the stream. There you go. Now you're back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I minimized the OBS window, so it's weird. So if I minimize it, it causes a black screen. I become an African American. Look at that. I'm trying to open it, Monkey King, but it's not letting me. Oscar H says Wiggle does it for the love of trains. Yeah, he's definitely a filmer. But yeah, I think my Brave just crashed on me. It's not opening up. So it did the thing. So it's gonna be a thing where I'll have to like reopen it. Well, look, I'm you've seen the video on Raptors, so there's no reason for me to complain much further because you kind of get the gist of it. The gist of it is, um, detoxing from this space and just like you can't focus on having to like own people and argue with people and have to like prove or justify what you do or what you like. Um, the internet just is put a lot of bad lessons on an artist, a comic book artist, and KSS says Alasma does it for the love of pain. I'm an artist, sir. I don't care if you think of it or not. I have value, lots of value. Fascist Christ says love of the grift. Keep sending money for comic books you'll never get. And again, someone like Brian O'Malley gets his stuff out there and he's made money. He's become very much successful because of it. Love or hate the art style, love or hate the story he told, he made money off of it and it got successful. And he's produced a lot more other books. Like we talked about Lost at Sea was one of his first books, and there was another one he did called Seconds, which I can't open up because my Brave browser just shut down on me. But yeah, he did. Actually, let me open up my. No, I'll just leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let fate have its day. So we'll leave it at that. But you guys get it. You absolutely get it. So I don't think there's any more to add to that point. I would just say again, watch it from a distance, observe it, and just laugh. And then don't let it bog you down on indie comics out there that are getting it done and producing the stories. So so any comments on that, fellas in the chat? I mean, fellas in the call.
My comment is that this is very latent gay.
I don't care what you think. I didn't ask you now. Now you know what? Not when I say call, everybody but Prime. Everybody but Prime.
You know what? I want my Pumpkin War Patch book right now. I want it now.
You're gonna get it. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna enjoy it.
I better get it.
You will. Oh, you will. You're definitely getting. Now you're getting it. You're definitely getting it now. 100% getting it.
I'm definitely getting it. Definitely getting it. Okay. Okay.
K says, Elijah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is that dry burger in your nose bothering you right now? You know what K says? You're a sick man. You're a sick individual. Listen to my words.
Kissy, Kissy, it's not as bad as the earwax he has hanging out of his left earlobe.
You guys are sick. Stop it. Just stop it.
Why? You're the one who has the crusty eyes right now because you didn't wash them off this morning.
I don't use abuse. I don't need this abuse from any of you.
None. He turned his camera off. Oh wait, no, it's back.
Oh no, I ain't quitting. I ain't quitting. You may think I'm quitting, but I ain't quitting. I'm here for the game. I'm here for the game. So
the game.
Yes.
The game. What game?
This insane indie comic game. That's what. So that's what I'm here for. So
all right. Well, I'm going to go back to saying hello to Einberg and everything. Helmet, I appreciate your time, sir. I'll send you a DM about what you missed in the last year or so. All right?
I appreciate that, Prime. Yeah. Thanks for the...
Oh, yeah. All right. Eliza, enjoy the rest of your stream.
I'll try, Permathor. I'll try. So, Mood of Hell, let me hear your thoughts on what we played so far. On that, forgetting who he is and forgetting all the cuckadry that he was involved with. Just give me your thoughts on the fact that he's even talking about it and what he said.
It's interesting in the first place that he says something about Comicsgate as a normie, kind of, and shares the same sentiments about that whole laughable clown show that we do.
Yep.
And he's on point with EVS, with what Comicsgate has become and Comicsgate now is, and that the customers that remain with Comicsgate are probably brain dead idiots because they continue to give a grifter money and don't get anything in return because those books don't exist and quite frankly never will.
Yeah.
Or do you think that's a question for you? Do you personally think that Rainbow the Brood or anything that's promised will come out?
It's hard to say. It's just been such a long time, and you can't. Here's the thing: as an artist, you can't mess with time. If you got an idea and you got the means to make it, just get it done. Because time and culture does affect how well your book does, and if your book has any longevity beyond when you just make it. So I'm like, don't fuck with time. Just don't do it. Just time will do shit to you where it derails you, and now you don't get it done. Now you don't have your books. Now you don't have an idea that's been put on paper or on film. So don't do it.
Also, inflation.
Yeah, there's another thing too.
The money is.
Yeah.
I think the money is already gone.
Oh yeah, I'm
don't know where, don't know when. I think the money is lost in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
if you ask me personally. But the money is gone. There is no money for shipping that shit out. Even if Fatso will miraculously succeed in doing those books, there is no money to ship them.
That's just, and I can tell you from experience. Like when I crowdfunded Beastus and Road Warrior Drake back in 2023, um, the inflation kicked my ass in terms of the shipping, especially overseas. So I was actually in the red getting that book fulfilled. So that's another reason you don't want to fuck with time because inflation will kick your ass. So KSS wanted to ask you, Helmet. He says, "My good friend Helmet, Ramona Flowers,
Mhm.
interesting character, or to all radical SJW feminist fake geek girls who ruined male-dominated entertainment." Interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
The letter.
You want to elaborate more?
That character is problematic.
Good. That's a good one. Good.
With
Good adjective. Okay. All right.
um, because it's a woman with a high body count, with, from what I could gather,
Mm-hmm.
several mental issues, and someone who I, as a man, wouldn't want to have around.
See, that's
Uh,
why. That's why I said it earlier. I'm just asking the males. I'm just asking the men, the men's perspective here, because this is valuable insight. So
yeah,
yeah. Mhm.
and the book started a very unhealthy movement, and the impact was an overall negative. If
Well, I
you
mean,
ask
it was
me.
successful. So let me ask you this: why do you think it was successful? What do you think was the driving force from the people that bought it? What do you think attracted them to the story being told there?
Well, when the book came out, the emo lifestyle was in full force, and those guys loved the book because mentally damaged teenagers who dress like Chinese
Hmm.
loved that book, and they bought it. And I know that exactly because the emos from our neighbor town,
Hmm.
from whom I knew some of them, all talked about that fucking book, and they all loved it, and it was a huge circle of emos.
You said it's
Not
it
that
was a huge
I ever were one. I hated those guys.
so do you think he probably knew that demographic existed and he tapped into that demographic because he knew that there was enough of that them to make a profit off of it?
No, no, no. I don't think he did that on purpose. I think it was by accident that he spoke to those people through the book, but I don't think it was his whole intention. I think he made that book based on his own experience in his teenager time when he was younger. I think it's partly autobiographic.
Hold on, we're talking about this, and I don't have an image pulled up. Let me see if I can pull up an image of Scott Pilgrim and Ramona because people don't want to see my mug. So let me go ahead and put that in there. But yeah, you're saying some interesting things. Um, hold on. Here we go. Just have a picture of the character so that we can or rather I'll just put a picture of Ramona herself from the comic. Uh, let's see. I did have a I did have that open, but now I don't. No, I don't. But okay, that's not Ramona. Let's see. Um, oh yeah, this is Ramona. So let me just open up this just so I can have a visual. Well, this is a Ramona sticker, but still, I'll no. I need to be able to. Okay, it's not letting me. Okay, if I do this here, open image up, a new tab. That's a tiny image. It's a tiny image. Let me put Mac comic. It's give me images from the movie. I need to see from the comic. Okay, let's is this Ramona? Let's see. I think it's Ramona. It looks like a very small page. Um,
A peanut head.
Yes.
I have to go and take a piss, and I'm not mint salad, and will do it on
Oh gosh,
camera.
why'd you have to say that? Why'd you put that on my stream? What's wrong with you?
T, not P.
Yes, make T not P. I agree with Lady Shadow Man. Okay, here's a visual. Okay, so and he's gonna make he's gotta go pee, and then I want him to come back and continue his point. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
let me
fascinating. Like,
take the piss, and then I'll be back. And
okay,
I
he's gonna
can.
he's gonna piss, and he'll be back. He says, while my beautiful, lovely Lady Shadow Man is making me tea. Oh, she made the tea with the coffee cup still in there, so that's my fault because I didn't take it out. So we'll have to. So yeah, there's that.
You can taste it and see if you like it.
No, I know I won't like it. I definitely know I won't like it.
You're gonna try it.
I
You're gonna try it.
oh gosh. Fascist Kirk says, I think CG is done. Creators need to find real work and draw their books at the hop. Oh, you know what, Fascist Kirk? If artists were not working real jobs when they were making the books, they deserve their failure. Sorry, but you're not going to make a profit on indie comics. It's what you do after that's done. That's where you make your profit if you market it correctly. But yeah, work real jobs, get grounded in real life, and understand that these comics are hobbies until you actually know how to like license them and make something substantial with it profit wise. Not bad, not bad. She gave me the tea with the coffee, post coffee cup. Actually, it's not bad. I think I'll allow it. So, uh, color form are saying treat. No, we're not doing that color form. That's for my Monday stream. We do the guys
I'm
love
back.
treats meme there. Oh, you're back. Okay. So do you want to continue your point while we have the visual up?
Yeah, that is exactly my point. If you look at that picture, that's everything what I said
That's right.
that character is.
Yeah.
And also, do you remember which unsavory wench did cosplay as Ramona Flowers back
Oh,
in
that
the
was
early CG
that's
days?
what. So Red from this was cosplaying as Ramona.
Yes,
Wow, look at that! I didn't even know. I knew she had that blue hair thing and she was doing that, but it didn't occur to me that she was. Yeah. Oh, that's what she was holding that big hammer, right? That big foam hammer.
yes.
Oh, that flew over my head. I didn't know that. Actually, I gotta find it. We need to find that for the lore.
I
Let's
I
see.
I won't forget about fat women in skimpy dresses, Elizabeth.
Okay. Look for Red Feminist as Ramona Flowers. Let's see. Let's see. Cosplay aesthetic. Is this her fucking Instagram? Does she actually have her Instagram on this? Hold on. Oh wait, I need to like get out of because I don't know what I'm looking at. Hold on. Um. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. This flew over my head. Like I didn't even know she was cosplaying as Ramona Flowers. But yeah, this is Renfremus as Ramona Flowers. There you go. There you go, guys.
Yeah, I have a good memory when it comes to fat bitches.
Kansas, I was not fired on Christmas Day. I didn't work for Staples. I have a real job, and you're not gonna ruin my day. I make real money. Enough to pay my bills. Andrew Curry says, "Is that like fat guys in little coats?" I think it's the same. Yeah, I think it's got the same vibe to it. Tomothy says, "See, I just got a table and a fold-out chair, and I'm ready for the next week." Says Tomothy. He says JDA's crush. Ouch. Yeah, but yeah, I forgot that she was cosplaying as. It's interesting.
I
Fascinating
think
stuff.
many people forgot about the early CG law surrounding her.
Yeah, she really was like. Although some people claim that she was paid opposition, and I tend to believe that because she seemed to be
Yeah,
very tight with Joe Quesada.
yeah, and she kind of was there, and then all of a sudden she disappeared.
Wait, Fascist Kirk says, "I'm not into blue hair bitches, but I would smash." Well, there you go. He'd smash Renfremus. There you go. Renfremus simp in the
Kirk,
chat.
Kirk, she's using a lot of filters. She doesn't look like that in real life. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro. This time, definitely trust me, bro. This time.
And take it from a degenerate German who's into fat bitches. Would not smash. 1 out of 10.
Yeah, Helmet's big into his BBWs, and if he says he won't smash Renfremus, then yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm the guy who would smash Rosetta. Remember that.
oh god,
And
yeah.
even I wouldn't smash Ramthamus.
Oh gosh. get back to this image. Let's go back. Yeah, just for the aesthetics of it, it's because it's just better. So um, so Twilla says she got a comic somewhere. Yeah, I think it was called like Dead Beats or something. It was like an anthology book that she put out and didn't do so well. And then she noped out of the space. It's funny how so many people like talk a big game, they want to put a comic out, and then when you do, it doesn't do well. They just disappear. And meanwhile, guys like me still stand. Despite the pushback I got with my stuff, I'm still here. I'm still standing. It's amazing how that works. But anyway, Twilla says she got a comic somewhere, if I recall correctly, just because she was an SJW fighting CG. It was that bad back in the day. Yeah, and again, I think she was a paid opposition by Joe Quesada. I think there was definitely a connection there.
Wouldn't it be interesting, Lesmet, what people like Renfamous and Gail Simone would say about the current state of CG?
I think they would laugh and just move forward. That's what I think, because they'd be like, "Job is done," so they walk away from it. Twilla says Scott Pilgrim ruined a generation of women. JV Styles says, remember when she doxed Flash? When drunk 3PO sat down at Flash's booth at Anime Matsuri? Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Oh wait, she's 20. Remember this is 27. God, I thought she looked older than that. Wow.
Well, I'm 13 years older than that fat bitch.
Hmm. I guess stress and other things can do that to you. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, that was a good segue. Like that, it's funny how like it goes back to that, and it's an interesting conversation for someone like me that was very familiar with Scott Pilgrim but never read it. I mean, I guess I got the PDF, so I'm gonna read them and just get an idea for like what maybe try to play devil's advocate here, just see like what it was. Although Howard said it, like there was an emo, a culture of emos that the book spoke to, and it drew them to it. So, and then Twila says that it ruined a generation of women. I guess because it glorified the body count, the high body count. So
At least, I must say something good about the early emo culture. At least those bitches weren't into politics. Yes, they were damaged and brain dead, but not into politics.
Kansas says, yeah, Renfrew was hired opposition. Anytime you see someone make a complete 180 on every political view they had in a month's time, they were paid. Yeah, I unfollowed some. I had some people I used to listen to on YouTube, and I unfollowed because they did exactly that. They had a certain view, and then like within a very short time, it was a 180. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of a grifty thing to do. So yeah, I know exactly what Kansas is talking about.
Yeah,
Um,
lots of them in our spaces. Remember that gal Nina Infinity?
Wait, Twillis just called me a Philistine. He says, Scott Pilgrim ruined a generation of women is a song, you Philistine. I just read what you said, okay? And I commented on what you said. So they made a song about it. Obviously, they must think it's true. So I commented on it. Pointless. By the way, Twillis and I are going to be at Heroes Con in June. So you'll find us again at hopefully the same spot. I think we struck gold in that spot. So, but I don't know, we may not get it again. But anyway. Oh, by the way, Twitless, Prime said he would pay for a share of the table. So we may get 5 people. So Prime would want a share of that table. Just saying. That'd be great to have the Arnold and not Arnold, but Primathor of the Fact Circle with us. That'd be awesome. So, Monkey King has a link to current Infamous. Oh, and Blue Sky too, of course. What a shock! She's on Blue Sky. How to be shocked? Anyway, yeah, I don't think I can open. Wait, yeah, I don't think I can open it. I have to right click it, copy the link, and then open it. So, copy current address. Here we go. Let's see here. No, that's sending me to the YouTube chat. It's not. Hold on. Can I? Yeah, it's not letting me. Not letting me copy it. Actually, no. I'll do it this way. There we go. I'll copy like that. Copy, and then there we go. Let's see it. Yeah, after the stream is done, I'm gonna have to do a complete restart of the computer just so I can get my browsers working normal again. And it's opening. Oh wait, now my Brave browser is opening. Yeah, this thing is like weird. So I'm gonna have to do a restart. I don't trust this current setup the way it is right now. Okay, yeah, there's Run for Mrs. Blue Sky app, and it looks like the yeah, I ain't trying to show all this crap, but let me click on media because that has all her images. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Blue Sky is a chore to go through because I just don't like going through it. So I'll take your word for it, Monkey King. That's her account. It is her account, but it's there. So um, Passion Kirk says, "Hey, I ain't going to king shame. You do you." So I think whatever you're into, as long as you keep in the bedroom, it's fine with me. That's my view. So wait, why are people okay? Why are people in the chat throwing spears at me? What did I do now? Oh, Colorless is saying Wiggle went live. Okay. So I guess Wiggle went live. I guess we'll call it a stream here because I think we pretty much said what we had to say. Any last words, Mood of Hell? Yes.
Yeah, guys, don't date blue-haired weirdos. It's not worth it.
I don't think there's anything more I need to add to that. I think well there you go. So anyway, I will leave you with our favorite intro. Thanks for the conversation that you guys gave us. I think we had an interesting conversation. Um and it all came back to comics, so sure, I'm good with that. Thanks to Primathor for coming into this call. It was fun. And shout out to Lady Shadowban. I love you very much. There you go. And so the rest of you spear truckers in the chat, be nice to your coloreds. We lift. Yeah, hit the like button too. So there you go. Anyway, enjoy y'all.